At ADG, we don't accept business as usual. We're always evaluating our software platforms, and the opportunity that we were presented with BricsCAD was compelling. We switched from our previous CAD provider to BricsCAD mainly because we get an equivalent platform with significant cost savings to the business. It's an 80% saving in license fees for every year for the same functionality. Our previous CAD provider switched their licensing model to a token-based system, but most of our engineers are literally going in there just do a few quick checks each day. So the token-based system just didn't make any sense for us. We didn't even need any significant training investment during the cutover. As a business manager, I didn't need to hear too much about the transition. Our technical team had it covered and everything was very smooth.
The training and change management piece was probably our biggest concern going into the transition to BricsCAD. We were a little bit worried about moving away from the previous CAD software because our people were so familiar with it. But it was a very smooth, easy transition process. The time it took everyone to get the team on board was much quicker than we'd anticipated, and a lot of those problems that we thought might crop up didn't actually exist. The upskilling and training that we had to do, it was really easy and inexpensive. The team was just able to pick it up and run with it. And the product video tutorials in BricsCAD Learning Center, they were also really helpful. The software performs the same, in some cases better than our previous CAD. In terms of functionality, our experience is that BricsCAD does everything that the previous software did. We haven't lost anything. To date, since the transition, no one has reported anything that they used to do in their previous CAD that they couldn't do in BricsCAD in a way that we currently use it. So there was very good feedback from all of our end users. The performance of the platform is very good.
Bimbeats was founded for some pretty passionate engineers and architects that were frustrated with existing workflows and the manual processes that were happening. We saw the opportunity to automate a lot of data extraction, and then it really extended far beyond that. ADG were one of the first clients of Bimbeats back in 2020. We identified one piece of software that was costing $90,000 a year, which is a substantial amount of money for an organisation like ADG. What we realised through the Bimbeats data was that concurrently we were only using a few licenses at a time, and the use of that product was really only a few minutes of each engineer's time during the week. When we looked at alternatives, straight away BricsCAD was the solution that we wanted to go with. We knew the history of the company, we knew that there was an association with the incumbent, and the user interface looked almost identical, which means we can have up to 60 people jumping in and out of the model for a few minutes at a time on a lot less licensing than what it would be under a named user license. In terms of the financial savings, we went from $90,000 a year to $15,000 a year. But more importantly, I think moving people away from the incumbent software to BricsCAD was just seamless. I think the number one thing if I was to put Bimbeats into an organisation would be to replicate what we'd done at ADG and get that same cost saving for everybody.
When we were presented with the opportunity to cross over to BricsCAD from our current CAD provider, it was a really easy decision for us to make, and I think it would be for any engineering business. The return on investment was fantastic. The flexibility in licensing really suited our business model, and the deployment was seamless.